Israel's ambassador to Canada is taking aim at media outlets, amplifying disputed reports that Israeli soldiers opened fire on civilians lining up for humanitarian aid in Gaza. Numerous media outlets picked up a story released by the Palestinian Health Ministry, saying that 31 people were killed by Israeli soldiers who shot at civilians receiving aid on Sunday. However, findings from an Israeli government inquiry found that Israeli Defense Force soldiers did not open fire on the civilians.
I just want to reiterate a couple of points about why media reporting of this is so important, is so very important, because it is clear that Hamas are trying their hardest to keep their own people, Gazans, away from the GHF distribution sites. They are trying their hardest. Why? Because that is their last hold on power. So just a few days ago, on June 1st, Hamas claimed Israel had killed 31 people at an aid site in Rafah. The New York Times and others ran with it. Then we've released an Israeli drone footage showing that Hamas gunmen opened fire on the crowd. Now, did the media lead with that correction? No. The damage has been done, unfortunately. Or in March 2024, I can give you loads of these examples. Al Jazeera aired a woman claiming that the IDF soldiers had raped and murdered women at the Al-Shifa hospital. She later admitted she'd made it all up. Al Jazeera quietly deleted the video, but the lie went global.
We were joined by Rachel Lester from the IDF Reserves Spokespersons Unit for more on the misreporting.
What the media got wrong is that they've been claiming that there has been this kind of widespread violence going on at the sites where the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation has been distributing aid throughout Gaza the last several days. That is not true, and that is just this kind of fear-mongering that Hamas and Hamas supporters want to get out there. But there has not been widespread violence. There have been a couple of isolated incidents, though we do not know the details of yet because the IDF is still investigating. There's a video that went up yesterday, if I'm correct, that showed Gazan gunmen opening fire on Gazan civilians in the area that the aid was distributed by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. I think what went wrong from the media's point of view was that they mistakenly assumed, attributed, believed Hamas in that the IDF troops were the ones that had been shooting at the Gazan civilians. That is patently not true. But we don't know who the people who were shooting at the civilians were, if they were directly Hamas members, if they were affiliated with Hamas, if they were just, the civilians that we like to call people that we don't know their affiliation very well. And I think it's also important to say that the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation itself, the organization itself, has been saying that the distribution of aid has been peaceful, and the statements that have been made by Hamas are just trying to fearmonger, rile up people, prevent civilians from getting the aid that Hamas wants to hoard for itself. And the media has time and time again bought it, sold it, been wrong, is retracting it. It's embarrassing.
We also asked Ms. Lester about the accusations from today about another alleged incident involving the IDF and those collecting aid.
Today, what we know so far is that an unidentified group of people made their way toward the IDF troops that were guarding the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation's distribution of aid, and they were doing so in a way that was threatening the IDF troops because there is a predetermined route that is allowed for people to be traveling back and forth. It's specifically pre-approved so that Hamas can't get in or out. Now, these people approached the specific troops that were guarding that area, and they did not retreat when the IDF shot warning shots. So the IDF was forced to take real shots, and we don't know how many people were injured. We don't know exactly who the people were. And all of that is currently under investigation, and any reports that Hamas has put out thus far should not be taken at face value.